million tax break on the Zenith project while he was a commissioner. Do we understand the corruption that's going on in our government here? Also, if we get the reason why we have not been generating any revenue because the wealthy developers have been getting the money. It's real simple. And because there's no accountability in this government, this is why they're able to do this. It's like a community that's set up for lawbreakers who should know better. And guess what? They don't get no cut cards. Why should they get a card? Little boo-boo steals something from the store, he go to jail. They steal something, they go to prison. Come on, let's keep it real. Let's keep it real.
To help this city grow again?
Someone asked me once, what were my top 3 priorities to straighten out the city? And I said, jobs, jobs, and more jobs. That's what we need to straighten out this city. Now, as things stand now, and someone tries to tell you that they can lower property taxes, I say to them, I diddle. Cat played a fiddle, and the cow jumped over the moon. Because they first you start off saying, once upon a time, it's a fairy tale. You can't do it. Now what do we need to do? We need to bring back some of the 30,000 people that this city has lost. And we need to have an economic policy where people can go to work. You cannot fill up 47,000 houses that are vacant if people don't have money to pay rent or pay a mortgage. You gotta have jobs. You gotta have jobs to send your children off to school with a full stomach. You gotta have jobs to comfort those children and buy nice clothes for them. It's jobs, jobs, jobs is what's going to straighten out this city. And anyone that can't see that should not be mayor of this city.
The city, what would be your fiscal and tax policy to get her growing again?
Lieutenant Governor, I think the reality is the only way we're going to grow the city, the only way we're going to deal with not just the 30,000 that we lost in the last 10 years, but the over 350,000 that we lost in the last 50, is to have a clear plan of action laid out and a man with the ability to implement that plan as your mayor. I have laid out such a plan. And it starts with rebuilding Baltimore government. We have to have real accountability, accessibility, and transparency as it relates to the city of Baltimore. People have talked about a tax break as if that is the panacea, that silver bullet is going to solve all our problems. You can cut the prices in a restaurant. If the food still sucks, it still sucks. And I know that the reality is until we change our menu, until we do a better job in terms of how we deliver those services in the city of Baltimore, until we reprioritize our neighborhoods, we are not going to grow. So we start with rebuilding Baltimore government and making changes in leadership. Not the soldiers. The reality is we're losing the battle in Baltimore, not because of the soldiers, but because of the officers. And management has been the problem. Poor management and poor leadership. I want to change that. I think you also have to lay out a strategy to reduce crime. And that's not just going after the most violent offenders, which is part of my crime strategy, but also doing more to reduce the amount of criminals that are being produced. And so I want to double the amount we spend on after-school programs and double the amount that we spend on summer jobs. You have to invest in our kids so that you give them opportunities, and we're not doing that. And then, after you've done those things, you can begin to reduce your tax rate. And I want to do that over the course of 10 years. First, you change the menu at the restaurant. Then you improve the service to the people that you're supposed to serve, and then you can start talking about prices that make sense so that more people will come in through our doors. We can do that here in Baltimore. It's a great city. People want to be here, but they can't afford to be here because we've created an environment where they won't come. I will change that as your next mayor.